Okay, so problem 1. In the figure, block P is weighing 270 Newton. Weighing 270 Newton is released from rest at a height of 1.20 meters from the floor. Okay, the string connecting block P to block A passes over a smooth pulley. Block A weighs 1080 Newton and is set 3 meters from the edge of the table. The coefficient of friction between block A and the table is 0.15. So the question is A. Determine the striking velocity of B on the floor, and B. How far from the edge of the table will block A stop? So para makuha natin yung velocity na hinahanap sa A, solve muna natin yung acceleration. Okay? Okay, so solve muna natin yung acceleration. So we have the formula for acceleration. We have weight B, yung pangalawang weight, yung weight ng block B, then minus the friction all over the mass of A, the block A, then plus the mass of block B. Okay, so alam naman natin na yung F is equal to mu times N all over yung mass A natin plus mass B. Okay, so direct substitution lang tayo. So weight P natin is 270 newtons. Minus the mu is given, we have 0.15 times the newton, which is 1080. O yung friction natin, dito siya. Friction. So 1080 yung ginamit natin dito. All over yung mass ng ating block A, which is 110.9. Okay? 0.09, sorry, plus 27.52. Okay, where these values is, so ito, nakuha natin to by dividing this weight or this force on the block A, which is 1080 all over the gravity 9.81. So this is equal to, so this is for mass A, we have 110.09. Then for mass B, it is 270 all over 9.81 gravity, which is equal to 27.52. So doon natin nakuha yung values na yun. Then so acceleration is equal to, solving this in the calculator, we will get that acceleration is equal to 0.785 meter per second square. Okay, so to get the velocity, we have the formula for velocity, vf squared minus initial velocity squared is equal to 2 times acceleration times the distance. So initial velocity natin is 0, so cancel to, magiging 0. So magiging vf squared is equal to 2 times a times s. So para makancel yung squared, cancel natin, karoon ng square dito, we have vf is equal to square root of 2 times a times the distance, where acceleration is equal to 0.785 times the distance, which is 1.20 meters. So we have the striking velocity on B on the floor, which is 1.372 meter per second. So this is the answer for letter A, the striking velocity of B on the floor. Then for B, the how far from the edge of the table will block A stop. So we have the formula for that. Bf squared minus BO squared, or initial velocity squared, equals to 2 times A times S. So again, we have no initial velocity, so that will be equal to 0. So hinanap natin dito is distance. So we have S is equal to, transpose lang natin, Vf squared over 2a. So we have S is equal to, so ang velocity natin is 1.372 squared. Okay, all over 2a, and then yung a natin is 0.785, where we will get that S is equal to, so using the calculator, we will get that S is equal to 1.19 or 1.2 meters. Problem number 2. The system shown starts from rest in the position shown. So when block A hits the floor, the cable between A and B becomes slack. Determine the velocity of B as it strikes A. Okay, so ay nahanap is velocity. Okay, so first, solve muna natin yung acceleration. So for acceleration, we have mass of B. So we have mass of B, okay, minus or times gravity minus mu natin times mass of A times the gravity all over yung mass 1 and mass 2 natin. Where yung mass 1 natin dito is mass natin dito, mass 1 is equal to the whole weight of the block C. So where mass 1 is equal to block C, then yung mass 2 natin is a whole as this block A and block B. So mass 2 is equal to block A and block B. So block A plus block B. Okay, so substitute lang natin mga values. So we have A is equal to yung mass B natin. So same dito, doon din. Pag-plusin din natin yung block A and block B sa mass B natin. So we have 40 times the gravity 9.81. So kaya natin pinagsama natin dito is parehas na sila as a whole. So kung ano yung weight dito sa buo na to, yun yung gagamitin natin. Minus, yung mu natin is given, which is 0.3 times, so yung mass A, ito yun, 75 times 9.81 all over, so yung mass 1 plus mass 2 natin, which is 75 plus 15 plus 25. So we will get that acceleration is equal to, so computing this, we'll get 1.49 meter per second square. So to get the velocity, we have the formula of velocity, Vf squared minus initial velocity squared is equal to 2as. We have the initial velocity, that is 0. We have Vf squared is equal to 2as. So to cancel the square, we will square root this. To cancel, we have Vf is equal to 2 times a, yung sa distance. So we have, so substitute lang natin, velocity is equal to 2 times the acceleration, which is 1.49 times the distance, which is 1.2. Okay. .2 meters. So we have velocity is equal to 1.9 liter per second, or approximately 2 meter per second. Number 3. In the figure, blocks A, B, and C weigh 400, 200, and 100 Newton respectively. The coefficient of friction between A and the plane is 0.25. Neglecting the stiffness of the rope, its mass, and the mass of the pulley, determine the tension in the rope between B and C. Okay. So, ang pinapahanap is yung tension ng rope between B and C. So, ito lang yung figure na kailangan natin para sa problem set na to. Okay. So, using summation of force along y-axis, we can get that summation of force along y-axis is equal to mass times its acceleration. Okay. So, tension BC minus the weight in the block C will be equals to the negative mass times acceleration, since its acceleration is downwards. Okay, so this will be negative. So, para makuha natin yung tension sa BC, so transpose lang natin tong weight sa block C. So, we have tension BC is equal to negative mass times acceleration plus weight sa ating block C. So, substituting the values, we have, so tension is equal to negative MA, we have negative, so mass is, we have 100 all over the gravity 9.81 times acceleration, which is 2.80 meter per second square, plus the weight ng C is 100 Newton. So tension BC is equal to, solving this in the calculator, we'll get that tension BC is 71.43 Newton. Okay, problem number 4. In the pulley shown are weightless and frictionless. So, find the acceleration of the body A. Okay. So, ito yung body A natin. Ito yung body B natin. So, drawing muna natin yung free body diagram ng ating body A or block A. So, ito yung A natin. Sorry, wala nakita. Meron tayong pulley. Then yung A natin. Block A natin. Then dito, meron tayong tension A. And then, tension A din. Okay, so acceleration na ginamit natin dito is pababa. Ma-assume na natin pababa. So, downward. Okay. Then, may weight tayo dito. Weight A natin is 300 Newton. Okay. So, we have equation 2TA is equal to mass times acceleration of A plus 300 Newton, yung weight natin. So, this will be equal to 2 times TA is equal to, so yung mass natin, we have 300 over 9.81 times the acceleration A plus 300. So, let's name this as equation 1. So, free body diagram naman ng B natin, we have, so ito yung tension natin. So, TB, so ito yung block B natin. So, we have weight, which is 200 Newton, weight B natin. So, assume natin yung acceleration is pataas. So, dapat kasi acceleration is kabaliktaran nung or kasalungat nung unang assume natin direction kasi maganon siya. Okay. So, meron tayong equation. We have TB is equal to mass times acceleration of B plus 200, which is yung weight natin. So, TB is equal to, so yung mass natin, we have 200 over 9.81, which is the gravity, times acceleration of B plus weight natin na 200. So, this will be equation 2. Okay. So, from the pulley diagram, we can say that the two tension of A is equal to the tension B. Okay? And the acceleration of A is equal to negative 2 that of the acceleration of B. Okay, so we will name this as equation 3 and equation 4. Okay. So, substitute natin yung 3 and 4 sa equation 2 para makapag-equate tayo ng equations natin para makuha yung acceleration. So, substitute equation 3 and 4 in equation 2. Okay. So, equation 2 natin, ito. So, we have equation natin is TB. So, from the equation 3, we have TB is equal to 2 times TA. It's equal to, so dito, so times 2 yung sa equation 4 natin. So, we have negative 2. So, negative 2 times the 200 is negative 400 all over 9.81 times acceleration A plus the 200. Okay, so this will be equation 5. So, pwede na tayo mag-equate. So, equating equations 1 and 5. Equate and 5. So, we know that 2TA is equal to tension of A. So, equation 1, 300 all over. So, this is equation 1 and equation 5. So, equal sila. So, we have 300. So, equation 1 muna tayo. 300 all over 9.81 times acceleration of A plus 300 is equal to equation 5, which is also 2 times tension A, which is negative 400 all over 9.81 times acceleration A plus 200. Okay. So, this will be, so, lipat lang natin sa kabilang side yung 300 and then ito, term na to, lipat natin sa kabilang side din. We have 300 all over 9.81 acceleration A plus 400 naging positive times all over 9.81 times acceleration A is equal to 200. So, minus to 300. So, we can now solve for the acceleration A. So, solving for acceleration A, we have acceleration A will be equal to, so this is 100. So, we have, so this is negative 100 all over, so yung term na to, 300 all over 9.81 plus 400 over 9.81. So, paano nangyari to? So, ganito lang yan. So, dito, pinagsama natin term na to. So, A, 300 all over 9.81 plus 400, 9.81 is equal to negative 100. So, divide by both sides by this term. So, itong term na to, 300, 9.81 plus 400, 9.81. So, dito din, ganoon, 300, 9.81 plus 400, 9.81. Cancel. So we have this. So now we can solve for the acceleration, which is solving for the acceleration. You can get that acceleration is equal to 1.40. So negative yung lumabas sa calcul natin. So that means na assume lang tayo ng mali lang yung assume natin ng acceleration natin sa una. So nag-assume kasi tayo dito pababa. So dapat pala kung in-assume natin pataas, tama yung makuha natin na positive. So yun lang din yung makuha natin acceleration. So we have 1.4 meter per second square. Number 5. Determine the acceleration of body B, assuming the pulleys to be weightless and frictionless. Okay. So first, drawing muna natin yung free body diagram ng body B. So we have the block B, then may weight dito na 200 Newton, then yung kanyang tension, which is tension B. Okay, so we can find the formula for this, which is tension B is equal to mass times acceleration of B plus the weight, which is 200 Newton. So we have tension B is equal to, so mass, so that is 200 all over the gravity 9.81 times the acceleration of B plus 200 Newton. So this is equation 1. So next is yung free body diagram naman ng block A natin. So we have the block A, then we have the weight of block A, which is 300 Newton. Then we have the tension of A. Then we have acceleration. So assume tayo na acceleration na downwards or negative acceleration natin. Okay, so from this free body diagram, makuha tayo na equation na tension A is equal to the mass times acceleration of A plus the weight of 300 Newton. It is equal to the mass, which is 300 all over 9.81, which is the gravity, times the acceleration A plus 300. So this will be our equation 2. So since ang problem natin is weightless and frictionless, tension A natin, then tension B is equal. So we have our equation 3 here. Then, so kung mapapansin natin sa diagram na given, so kung meron tayong acceleration A dito, so may isang tension dito sa pulley, or may isang acceleration dito sa block A. So sa B naman, meron tayong dalawang or over 2 sa acceleration. So mapansin natin, yung pulley natin is ganito. So meron dito acceleration sa B, dalawa, sa A, isa. So we can say that acceleration A is equal to the acceleration of B all over 2. So this can be an equation. So we will name this as equation 4. So equation 4 is equal to acceleration of A is equal to acceleration of B all over 2. So next natin is substitute natin yung equation 3 and 4 sa isang equation, either equation 2 or equation 1. So mas madali i-substitute natin sa kahit ano. So equation 2 na lang. So substitute equation 3 and 4 to equation 2. Okay. So TA, which in equation 3 is equal to TB, is equal to 300 all over 9.81 times the acceleration of A, which is acceleration of B all over 2. So sorry, dito pala is negative dahil magkaiba yung flow ng acceleration niya. So kung positive sa A, sa B is dapat negative, or kung negative sa A, sa B naman is positive. So inassume natin na positive sa A and then negative sa B. Okay. So TB is equal to 300, and then acceleration A is equal to negative A B all over 2. So acceleration of B all over 2 plus 300. So we have now the equation 5. So equate natin to ngayon. So let us equate 1 and 5. Okay. So equating 1 and 5, we have so if TB is equal to TB, we have 200 over 9.81. Calculation of B plus 200 is equal to the equation 5, 300 over 9.81 all over 2 plus 300. So transpose lang tayo. We have 200 all over 9.81 AB. So ito, so times okay, plus, so itong term na to maging positive because pag pinag-times is negative. So compute natin para mas madalian tayo. So we have 300 all over 9.81 times 1/2 is 5,000 over 327 AB is equal to so 300 minus 200 is 100. Okay, so solving for acceleration, we have acceleration B is equal to 100 all over 200 all over 9.81 plus 5,000 all over 327. Okay, so we can get that acceleration is equal to, solving this in the calculator, we can get the acceleration is equal to approximately 2.8 meter per second square. Okay, assume A weighs 200 Newton and B weighs 100 Newton. Determine the acceleration of the bodies if the coefficient of kinetic friction is 0.10 between the cable and the fixed drum. Okay, so ito yung ating diagram or body diagram. So first, drawing muna natin yung free body diagram ng ating B. So block B, so we have block B, and then we have the tension of B. Then meron tayong weight na 100 Newton. So assume natin na yung clockwise ng direction ng kanyang pag-flow. So meron tayong acceleration. So kung sa A, pababa yung acceleration natin. So sa B, pataas naman yung acceleration natin. So we have acceleration is A. Okay. So kung pataas yung acceleration ng ating A, pababa yung WA over G natin. So W over G is mababa. Okay. We have summation of forces vertical is equal to 0, where T is equals to WA over G minus 100. So sa ito yung block B, so block A naman tayo. In free body diagram natin, we have, so yung block A natin, tension A, or yung tension in A, and then yung weight natin is 200 Newton. Then so yung acceleration natin, so baliktara nung B, so we have pababa ang acceleration, so yung WA over G natin is pataas. So summation of forces vertical is equal to 0, where T plus W A over G is equal to 200. So ito is tension A and then tension B. So tension A is equal to 200 minus WA over G. So substitute na natin yung mga values. So T P is equal to 100 over 9.81 times A minus 100. So dito naman, TA is equals 200 minus 200, which is weight ng A, over 9.81 times the acceleration of A and then ito of B. So yung equation natin is, ang given is belt friction. So makita natin dito, yan, para siyang belt. So sa belt friction, meron tayong formula where TA over TB is equal to E raised to mu times the theta or angle natin. Okay, so may given time mu which is 0.10. So this will be TA all over TB is equal to E raised to 0.10 times the radian ay times pi, dahil tayo ay naka-radian dahil circle. So this will be TA all over TB is equal to, so solving this in the calculator, we have 1.369. So equating, so cross multiply natin, meron tayong TA is equal to 1.369 dB. So this can be an equation. So una naman natin equation is 1, then 2, then we have 3. So substitute natin equation 3 to equation 2. Pwede tayong mamili isa dito. So dito natin substitute. So substitute lang natin. Substitute 3 into 2. So we have 1.369 TB. So ito, substitute natin sa equation 2 is equal to 200 minus 200 minus 200 over 9.81 times the acceleration A. So solving for this, we have TB is equal to 200 minus 200 all over 9.81 times A, acceleration of A, all over 1.369. So kinancel lang para makuha to. So over tayo dito, so cancel. So we can label this as equation 4 now. So pwede na tayo ma-equate dahil meron tayong pareho sa terms sa equation 1 natin. So equating 1 and 4. So equating 1 and 4. Okay? So TB is equal to TB. Okay? So sa 1 muna tayo. We have TB is equal to 100 all over 9.81 times acceleration of B minus 100, and equals to, it is equal to the TB of equation 4, which is 200 minus 200 all over 9.81 times the acceleration of A all over 1.369. So therefore, acceleration will be equal to, acceleration is equal to, so solving this in the calculator, you can get that acceleration is equal to 1.83 meter per second square. Number 7. Determine the acceleration of the body shown if the coefficient of friction is 0.10 between the cable and fixed drum. A weighs 200 Newton and B weighs 100 Newton. Okay. So, muna syempre, so FBD ng block A natin. So, label natin this block A and block B. So, in block A, so, weight natin is 100 Newton. Then, we have the tension A. This block A. So, assume natin, yung acceleration natin is, so dito sa block A, acceleration natin is pataas. So, ang WA over G natin again is pababa. So, summation of forces vertical is equal to 0. Okay. Where tension A is equal to 100 plus WA over G. So, substitute natin values. TA is equal to 100 plus, so 100 mas natin all over 9.81, which is the gravity, times the acceleration. Okay, so this will be equation 1. Then for block B, so free body diagram of block B, we have block B, weight is 200 newtons, then tension B, then so acceleration is pataas, so dito naman pababa. So WA over G natin or yung mass is pataas. So therefore, summation of forces along horizontal ay vertical is equal to 0. So tension B plus mass, which WA over G, is equal to 200. Therefore, tension B is equal to 200 minus WA over G. Substituting the values, we have TB is equal to 200 minus 200 all over 9.81 times the acceleration. So this is equation 2. Okay. So we have the same case, belt friction, as the case in the problem number 6. So we have same case sa kanina. So belt friction, so we have TB all over TA is equal to, so yung katulad ng kanina, belt friction natin, so we have this equation 1.369. So TB is equal to 1.369 TA. So this will be equation 3. Okay? So next naman, substitute natin yung equation 3 to equation 2. Okay? So substitute 3 in 2. Okay? So 1.369 TA is equal to 200 minus 200 all over 9.81 times the acceleration. So we have TA is equal to 200 minus 200 all over 9.81 times the acceleration all over 1.369. So this will be ngayon equation 4. So again, pwede na tayong mag-equate. Equate natin yung equation 4 to equation 1 dahil pare silang tension A. So equating 1 and 4, so we have TA is equal to TA. Okay, so we have 100 plus 100 over 9.81 times A is equal to, so dito naman sa equation 4 natin, we have 200 minus 200 all over 9.81 times the acceleration. all over 1.369. So solving for the acceleration, we can get that acceleration is, solving for the acceleration, we have 1.8 meter per second squared. Okay, number 8. So the coefficient of kinetic friction under block A is 0.30 and under block B is 0.20. So find the acceleration of the system and the tension in each chord. Okay. So let's start by drawing the free body diagram of our block C. Okay. So block C, we have the block C itself plus the weight, which is 300 Newton. So meron tension dito, tension C. So assume natin na yung acceleration is pababa. So we have mass natin is pataas over G. Okay. So we have summation of forces along vertical is equal to 0. So we have WA over G plus tension C. So tension C is equal to 300 Newton. So we have this equation 1. So block B, next block B tayo guys. So we have, so this is the inclined line. So we have block B. So we have tension B. So since this is, so dito sa tension C natin, so parehas lang siya ng tension B. So let's say tension B is equal to tension C. Okay. So we have tension C. Okay. So we have friction going to this side. And the acceleration is also going this side. Parang sa block C lang. So same for the mass, which is WA over G. Punta siya this direction. Okay. Then we have weight is, so yung weight niya, pag ganyan din. So yung weight niya is W sub B sin theta, since component siya ng 100. Okay. So we have here the normal force, then weight. So normal force is equal to W sub B cosine theta. So we have the given theta. Okay. 30. Okay. So next naman, so summation of forces vertical is equal to 0. So for vertical, N is equal to, normal force is equal to W sub B is cosine theta, where the weight is 200 and cosine, so theta natin is 30. So summation of forces along horizontal is equal to 0. So T sub C is equal to T sub okay, T sub A natin plus WA over G. So yung T sub A natin is dito din. Okay, tension A para sa A. Plus we have W or weight of B sin theta plus, so friction mu sub B times the normal force. So substituting the values, we have T sub C is equal to TA plus WA over G natin, or yung weight ng P natin is 200 all over 9.81 times the acceleration plus weight natin dito is weight of B is 200 sine 30, or angle natin is 30, plus mu natin for B is 0.20 times the N natin, which is 200, ito, cosine 200 cosine 30. Okay? So, simplifying this equation, we have TC is equal to T sub A plus 200 over 9.81 plus, so compute natin to, we have 134.64. Okay, so this is will be equation 2. Okay, so let's move on to the block A. Block A naman tayo. Okay, if you buy the diagram of block A, so ito yung figure natin. So we have inclined natin. So inclined tayo. We have these components. We have the mass, WA sine theta. So dito naman weight niya is WA weight of A cosine theta. Okay, and then connected to the tension, we have tension A. So dito is normal force. So normal force is equal to WA cosine theta. So acceleration is pataas. So acceleration is pataas. So ang mass natin, or WA over G, is pababa. WA over G. Okay. Summation of forces vertical is equal to 0. Then where N is equal to WA cosine theta. So substitute the values. We have WA is 100 cosine. So angle natin is 30. So we have the N value for that. So summation of forces to horizontal is equal to 0. So we have, okay, so we have TA is equal to W sub A sine theta, then plus WA over G plus ating F natin, which is mu times N. So we have TA is equal WA sine theta. Okay, so 100. Substitute natin yung value, sine 30 plus 100 all over 9.81 times the acceleration plus mu natin is 0.30. So mu A 0.30 times the N natin is 100 cosine 30. Okay. So simplifying this term, we have TA is equal to substitute, simplify lang natin itong dalawang term. So we have 100 all over 9.81 A plus 75.98. So this will be equation 3. Okay. So next, substitute lang natin yung equation 3 sa ating equation 2. So palit lang natin tong TA dito. Okay, so substitute equation 3 to 2. So we have TC is equal to TA, which is 100 all over 9.81 A plus 75.98 plus 200 all over 9.81 A plus 134.64. So simplifying this, our T sub C is equal to, So solving this in the calculator, we have, so solve natin para simplify, we have 30.61a plus 210.62. Okay, so we have equation 4 now. 4, tama, 4. Okay, so pwede na tayo mag-equate ng equate tayo, wait, okay, so equate natin yung equation 1 and 4 natin since pareha siyang TC. Okay, so ito, equation 1 natin is TC. Okay, so equation 1, equating 1 and 4 for the acceleration, para makuha natin yung acceleration. So we have TC is equal to TC. So equation natin is 300 minus 300 over 9.81. A is equal to the equation 4, which is 30.61a plus 210.62. So solving for a, we can get that a is equal to, okay, so solving for a is equal to 1.46 meter per second square. Then for tension 1 or tension A, then tension B. So substitute lang natin yung tension A, tension B. So para makuha natin yun, substitute lang natin yung value. Okay? So substitute lang natin. So tension B, so substitute lang natin yung, okay, so substitute lang natin yung A. We have 300 minus 30.61 times 1.46. Okay, so we have tension B is equal to 255.31 newtons. Okay, for tension A naman, you can get the tension A, substitute lang natin siya sa equation number 3. So 10.20 times the A natin 1.46 plus 75.98. Then tension A is equal to 90.87 newtons.